What's up guys, today I explain you Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 269 preview, Yuta Akotsu and Gojo's fate. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe this channel, because we are close to hit the 1200 followers and now have fun with the video. The cook of the Straw Hat Pirates and one of the wings of the Pirate King, Sanji is one of the most important characters in the One Piece story. Having joined Luffy on his quest to become the Pirate King in East Blue, Sanji has, since then, become key member of the crew and has been responsible for saving the lives of the entire crew on many occasions. In One Piece, Sanji serves multiple roles in Straw Hat Pirates. Not only is he cook of ship, but he's also one of the most formidable fighters. This makes sense because Sanji was raised as a fighting cook, who has to be strong enough to be able to cook on the high seas in the first place. More than that, Sanji is the strategist of the crew as well, and at the same time, fans know him to be a leader as well. While Sanji has grown in terms of power greatly in the series, the latest development surrounding his growth has been rather interesting. Oda has given Sanji powers that emerge from genetic mutation, all thanks to his father, Judge. Fans might not have seen the last of these mutations just yet. The Wano Country arc was absolutely massive for Sanji for more reasons than one. Not only did he prove his strength against the top commanders, but he did so while tapping into a completely new aspect of power. Fans know Sanji to be one of the best melee fighters in the Straw Hat Pirates. He does so using his incredible black leg style, incorporating hockey into it, and of course, fighting resourcefully on the battlefield. Now, however, Sanji has developed some incredible abilities that have skyrocketed his potential even further. In the Wano arc, the raid suit that was gifted to him by his brothers a total of 3 times. After he wore it for the 3rd time, his body started reacting weirdly. As it turns out, the latent genetic mutation in his body started to take effect, and he started to change for better or for worse. Sanji feared becoming a cold-blooded murderer just like his brothers. However, he was able to maintain free will. Thankfully, despite that, Sanji did get all the benefits of his incredible mutation. Sanji was able to develop a tough exoskeleton, and on top of that, gain access to additional muscle mass, and a massive boost to all his physical attributes. This strengthened Sanji tremendously. This wasn't all. Sanji also has an incredibly high regeneration factor. Of course, this regeneration factor consumes stamina, but in return, Sanji's injuries are healed immediately. All these things put together, Sanji can utilize strong powers such as Ifrit Gem. This power gives Sanji the ability to manifest blue flames on his legs, along with powerful lightning. Using this technique, he was able to get rid of Queen in a few blows, which is absolutely magnificent, to say the least. Sanji is already strong enough to beat the right-hand man of a Yonko right now, but, as has been indicated by Oda himself, he is not done with Sanji's genetic mutations just yet, and there is definitely more to come. Sanji developed quite a lot of scientific powers in the Wano Country arc. However, fans vividly remember him not losing himself and staying true to his roots. This suggests that Sanji has very powerful willpower. However, fans also know that they have not seen the last of Sanji's genetic mutations. Curiously enough, Sanji has been acting more like a soldier than anything ever since he upgraded his powers. For instance, Sanji has likened himself to a seraphim on many occasions who takes orders from people. This has continued across the Egghead Island arc on many occasions, and on top of that, this has happened in Elbaf already. Sanji considers himself to be an executioner of the people who break the law, and of course, the laws are his very own, such as those whom he calls friends, specifically Nami. Clearly, this small gag that Oda has incorporated into the story hints at Sanji becoming more and more like a warrior of science who follows a certain code. Whenever Sanji gets angry, his eyebrows flip direction and his Germa powers activate. Curiously enough, Oda himself answered a question pertaining to Sanji's powers and asked fans to keep watching him for further developments in the future, which all but confirms the fact that Sanji is not fully evolved as a warrior of science just yet. The fact that fans don't know the full extent of Sanji's powers yet is proof enough that he will develop even further. This makes more sense, especially when considering the fact that Sanji hasn't fully transformed into his version of Stealth Black just yet. Elbaf might change that and give Sanji even greater power. Sanji's final genetic mutations might come in Elbaf, because this is certainly going to be the biggest arc in the final saga so far. Elbaf might be similar to Wano in terms of length and importance, which means great power-ups might come for all Straw Hats. When it comes to Sanji, the genetic mutations that are slowly taking over his body are likely going to develop. For instance, Sanji has not yet developed black hair, which he should, given he's stealth black. Every Germa sibling of his has hair related to their power. Sanji should have black hair instead of yellow, which means that his powers haven't fully taken effect yet. Sanji can also grow more cold-blooded, given that Judge intended to remove emotions from all his children. Of course, this doesn't mean he will lose his emotions forever, but it certainly makes for a very exciting development for his character, where he would have to overcome his cold-blooded nature, which he could do with very strong willpower, and, in return, this could be tied directly to Sanji awakening the Supreme King Haki. This would make Sanji even stronger, and, on top of that, give him additional scientific prowess. Once Sanji develops these powers in Elbaf, he is likely to be on the same tier as the likes of the admirals and potentially even fight against the likes of the Yonko. Luffy needs such strength on his crew if he is to become the Pirate King and do what Joy Boy couldn't.